What's up, y'all? Just dub it down, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to make a quick follow-up video to my last video that I posted that had a little static in the background. So I'm just recording to see if I can get it sounding a little bit better and get back on my topic that I spoke about last time is the streaming companies are not paying people their real view count. You know, you could tell because your numbers never increase, and you could tell because when you get on YouTube and you have very small numbers on your or OAC channel, you could tell because you could actually see them subtracting views. And I've seen them do this on quite a few of my videos, like every one of them, my new songs that I put out, they were subtracting views. And I was like asking myself, and trying to tell myself too, another thing, I was like, well, it's not that big of a deal. They weren't that big of numbers. But you know what? If they're willing to steal a little bit, they're willing to steal a lot. So it makes me beg the question, you know, why would they steal a little bit from me unless they are in fact stealing a lot? There's no reason to take a little bit unless there's a lot there. So what I realize is another one that's not doing the right count is Facebook. Facebook is not giving you the correct count on your views because I could post like 8 advertisements for my shoe brand and advertise some music playing in the background or my music playing in the background. It shows you how many views is on the screen, and I could easily tell because I haven't had I haven't hired no advertising, so I could easily tell my view count never goes up on my Facebook videos. So that's the other one. Then there's TikTok is another one that's not giving you the correct views. Then there's Spotify. Spotify is not giving you real views. It doesn't matter what they tell you. It doesn't matter about the government saying they're going to give you 1 cent a stream. They're going to make Spotify give you 1 cent a stream. It doesn't matter because Spotify will say you made 3,000 views less than what you made. They're not going to go over that threshold, and if they do, they're going to subtract your numbers regardless. So this is what I'm saying. This is a very uphill battle for artists, very uphill. That's why I'm addressing these things right now because, artists need to make $40 an hour. They need to be able to work 4 hours a day, listen to their own music, and get them paid, $40 and up a day. That's a day, and you could choose when to take off, when not to, because that would give them jobs. But 1 cent a stream, that's not going to help because Spotify is going to say you could get 3,000 views or streams on on one of your songs, but they're going to say it's going to show up on your screen as 3. There's no way they're going to give you the real numbers. So that's not a good idea, is changing to the 1 cent a stream. Even if they do that, it might benefit you a little bit, but you're going to have to work all day trying to get your hours in each day listening because you're only going to make like $31 a day for 24 hours of listening to your own tracks a day. So we can't have that either. So what they need is artists can work 4 hours a day and make $40 a day. Just an average, and you could probably go up if you want to go up, go down. But you can make $40 a day would be the correct way to do it, and there would be like different structures within that. You could build a whole system accordingly, like not even change it to 1 cent a stream, but have it where people can click on you, have a special place for artists to click and say, I'm clicking in for my 4 hours today. I'm going to click on this screen and get my 4 hours in. They could have something like that going on. So it doesn't even have to change the stream. It could have something directly for artists to be listening to their own tracks and say, okay, I got my quota in for today. I got my 4 hours. Boom, put it in the system, sends it right there, and then you get your check, $40 a day check. And this will help a lot of artists because a lot of artists don't have the views, and they don't have the time, they don't have the resources to be spending a lot of money buying these promotions that they have. you can't afford all these promotions. Now YouTube wants to charge me. YouTube's not giving me any visibility until I spend $50 or $60 a month. I'm not sure how much it was. It was either 50 or 60. So they said, we're not going to give you no visibility on any of your songs. You will remain small unless you're willing to pay us $50 or $60 a month. And then what we will do is we will put, excuse me, we will give you a visibility for 50,000 people. But if you're not willing to pay us $40, $50, $60 a month, like they got me on Spotify for 40 because, you know, let's see how many albums I dropped last year, 45 albums last year, and my total number of followers after 7 months was 7 followers. My numbers declined. My numbers never increased. And then, you know, I have 100 followers or subscribers on YouTube, but I've been on YouTube for 10 years. And I just started getting my music on 7 months ago on the distributor. So it's been the last 2 years I've been working on my music, getting it on the distributor. I've been working on my music for the last 10 years, but the last 7 months I've been getting on the distributor. So, you know, I made $28 overall on my YouTube. On my DistroKid, I made $28, and that's from splitting it all the way up. There's like $2 here, $24 on YouTube ads, you know, 70 cents on Facebook, 55 cents on TikTok. You know, it adds up to $28, but it's not much. And then Spotify was like, I think maybe 75 cents on Spotify. It wasn't much at all. But you know, they're not gonna show you your real numbers. And then the other thing, what they're gonna do is they're gonna keep you hidden where your music can't get heard. And then what's gonna happen is you're gonna get stuck like me, and your music is not gonna be able to grow even on your OAC channel. So I'm just making this video. You know, I addressed it already. I addressed what's going on is, you know, these guys on a podcast, they're not really talking about, you know, being an indie artist. They're not talking about the real struggles of it. You know, the struggles is you can't even make money. So what your best bet is to do after you make your MP3s and get them on your you know, your selling, once you get them on the distributor, is you take your MP3s on your laptop, and what this is postcards that I made of my album covers. I don't know if you can see that too good, but that's my postcards. So what I do is I take a postcard from my album, like that's a dub it down. Not too much going on in the album cover, is just a lion. But what that is that's like a certain album, like 14, 15, maybe 22 album. I'm not sure what album that is. But anyways, you put that in an envelope like this. Okay? So you stick that in your envelope. It's very professional. If I could get that in there. So it looks very professional. And you sell these on your eBay. You want to get an eBay page going, then you sell them as an artist. You know, you can sign your disc. You can sign your disc if you want to. And put these are signed limited copies. So you sell your burns just like in the envelope and just with a postcard inside of it. You can sign your disc, sell them on eBay. You know, however much you want to price them. And you know, if this is trying to get your name out, if you're trying to help get your name out there, you don't have to price them too high, because CDs don't cost a lot of money. They do not cost, these postcards cost me about $15 for this whole set. And the shipping was probably like $8. So these postcards, there's like 70 in here, 75, 80. And the CDs are like, for a whole stack of 50 to 100 is like $10, $15 for a whole stack. Then the envelopes are pretty cheap too. So you can make this whole setup for pretty cheap. So you burn them once you get them on your you have your MP3s, then you switch them over to copy them to Windows Media Player, and then you go to copy or burn disk, and then you move your song titles over into that category, and then you say, okay, I'm going to burn a disc. And then when the disc comes out, you sign them. You write on it what the title of the album is, and then you sign it with your name or your artist name. And then basically you can put on your eBay and say, I'm selling these as an artist. I'm selling these signed copies of my my music. I'm selling burn copies of my music. So that's one idea you could do. Just going through these, some of my album covers. I try to save money by getting them all the same size, but it cut off a little bit on my typing that I had on my albums. I don't know if you can see that, but still very nice. Very nice album covers. They come in the envelopes when you buy a CD from me on my eBay, but that's how you do it. And then you use your DistroKid and you use the website builder. And then what you do is you copy your links from your eBay, and then you build a website with all your albums, and then you would edit your DistroKid's page, and you would put all your albums under there, and then put the title for it as basically these are my this is the page to find my albums. So anyways, I'm a little tired of talking. Just wanted to give you an update. Haven't heard from anybody that I posted the last video. The sound was pretty bad. You know how to find me, Dub It Down. You can look at my links for my official artist channel. Just trying to keep it short and simple because this is not my official artist channel, but I don't want to get too much on there because, like I said, I have one channel for strictly my music, and then the other channel I like to try to go out there talking and meeting in social networks. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I do it on YouTube. I like to, and then I don't want my view count to be like recognized by my own self also, because I'm probably the strongest listener out of all my music. I'm the strongest listener because I have 56 albums. I listen to my music like constantly, but that's how I could tell they're rewinding or subtracting views from me, because I'm constantly listening to my music because I haven't even wrote my songs down as off the top of the head. So when I listen to my playlist, what I basically do is I memorize it as I'm going through it again and listening to it. I memorize it because I don't even have it memorized when I'm going at it. It's just completely off the top of the head on all 777 of my songs. But anyways, that's how you do your eBay CDs. That's how you get your DistroKid going like that, and get your website building up like that on DistroKid. It's free to use, and then you advertise on Facebook with hashtags. So hopefully you'll be in and out of this video and you'll be making some money pretty soon. But there's a few topics going on that I pay attention to. One of them is Brandman, and the other one is DJ Payne. Both of them, I like to listen to both those channels, but most of it is like, I understand they're in it for a little bit different kind of side of things than me. They have music to promote themselves, but they kind of, they're not really giving full complete indie artist perspective. They're giving their own little, their insight. They're kind of in a different music business than I am. Because as an artist, it's hard. But, I'm not really dissing them or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, in particular, that's two channels I listen to on the music. One I watched today was El Dre, How to Monetize Your Music and Achieve Longevity. It was okay, but I never heard of one of the guys, so I didn't even really want to watch it. And he's kind of like just you showed up with 100,000 followers, but no one knows who you are type of dude. It's like, didn't really paying attention to what he's saying because he's just wearing a sweater. AC/DC has like, who is this dude? I never even heard of this dude like this. So there was a few videos I watched today, but you can't make any money off music unless you're going like I'm doing. I'm selling my own copies. I paid a few bucks, 15, 16 bucks to get my and cut the top of my head off on that picture. I don't know if you can see that because the album covers, I try to spend a little cheaper on get them on the same size on the postcards, but as you can see, it kind of cut some of the album covers up a little bit. But I got some good album covers. My Coochie sweater, my chains. That was one I had professionally done back a few years ago. That's on my 4th album, I think. But anyways, just like to show you that and get on here and tell you how hard it is for artists. That's my little situation at hand. I'm trying to. I also got a brand I started, Checker Goose Apparel and Shoes. So I started that, but I haven't sold any yet. And the shoes are very nice. The shirts are my own design, very nice shirts and shoes. So definitely check that out. It's been nice. I wasn't trying to come at them wrong last time I posted a video. I said something about them too. Wasn't trying to say they're bad at podcast. I was just trying to say that as my point of view, my perspective, they're not really on the same indie artist type of deal that I'm on. I own 100% of all my royalties. I own 100% of my music because I made it myself on my laptop. I mixed it myself. I used free YouTube beats. I did everything on Accordingly for free and made it myself. But they're a little different than I am with sharing profits and dissecting beats, and they're a little bit different. I've never done all that. I just pretty much used my whole rap label I built off of YouTube, off of free to use YouTube beats. But anyways, a little bit tired, so I'm gonna go take a break. But that's what I'm going at. One other guy I watched a few times. He wasn't very exciting. His name was Nick or something. He's talking about he has 4 million listeners. And what that is the same as everybody else. They paid $7,000 for Spotify to give them 3 million followers a month. That's nothing but him working on the farm, making all that money to buy in the $7,000 a month on their plan. Anybody could get 3 million followers a month if you pay $7,000. You know what I'm saying? Be realistic. Be realistic, guys. Because you spent $7,000 a month on campaigning, it doesn't make you a good musician. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. I hate to break that to you, dude. I've never even heard any of your track. I don't even know what kind of music you make, but I could tell looking at you. You know what I'm saying? You're not that great of a musician, dude. You know what I'm saying? You're not that great. So I'm just telling you straight up, dude. But anyways, let's pay $7,000 a month on Spotify so you can get the full benefit package. I mean, you shouldn't have to do that. But a lot of people, they buying this and you think they have their numbers so high because they bought all their stuff, and people think they're fantastic artists. It doesn't work like that, guys. So that's been my little insight. Hope you got something from it. It's Dub It Down 2024, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll hit a freestyle for you real quick. Let me find the beat. So what I'm looking at is freestyle. Let me see here. Ski Mask. So you can find a good beat. Just type in freestyle Ski Mask type beat like I do on some of my tracks. A lot of my new music came out like that, so you can find the track pretty easily. I mean, if you rap like in a freestyle type of manner, where you could just go off the top like I do. Some people have different beats. Some people have different type of beats. They could Like, the Baby has a different type of beat they use for him. Uh, Megan Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying? A lot of different type of beats you could type in. See different type of styles that you'll find are better than others. This beat sucks. Let me go on here on this one. Beat sucks. I'm gonna get into some shitty beats. I'm gonna go a bit back over here. This is a shitty ass beat. I'm not rapping on it. If I can find a good beat in a few minutes, then I'll rap. But I'm not rapping on that bullshit. So we'll see. Yeah, I could rap on it. I might have made a song on this already. We'll see.